Well, continuing coverage tonight, the Ohio House Minority Leader told 10 TV today she believes the controversial House bill on transgender health care and women's sports will likely end up in the courts if the state Senate overrides Governor Mike DeWine's veto.
10 TV political reporter Doug Petcash talked to her and the Speaker of the House today about House Bill 68. And Doug, how does she think this lawsuit will be filed?
Well, Yolanda and Andrew, House Minority Leader Allison Russo told me that's because she believes the law is, in her words, clearly discriminatory. Wednesday afternoon, the Republican-controlled House voted to override Governor DeWine's veto of House Bill 68 by a party-line vote of 65 to 28. The bill would ban all forms of gender-affirming care for minors in Ohio, including gender-affirming surgeries, hormone therapy, and puberty blockers. It also prohibits transgender athletes from competing in girls' and women's school sports. The Senate is likely to override the veto in a couple weeks. House Minority Leader Allison Russo opposes the bill. She believes the Senate will not have the final say.
I do think that if and when this becomes law, there's likely to be a whole host of legal actions against this legislation because it is very clearly discriminatory against a very specific group of individuals. And I suspect much of this will play out in the courts.
At least 22 other states have enacted similar bans, and most face or faced court challenges. Republican House Speaker Jason Stephens says lawmakers worked on the bill for 3 years and believes it is the best way forward.
This is an issue of, permanent changes to, a child. And, if an adult wants to do some sort of permanent change, or whatever, that's fine. But we think that kids, need to have that protection. And
the next Senate session is scheduled for January 24th. Senate Republicans believe they also have the votes to override Governor DeWine's veto. For the full interviews with Speaker Stephens and Minority Leader Russo, tune in to Face the State this Sunday morning at 11:30. They also talk about where recreational marijuana legislation stands and legislative priorities for their parties in 2024.